So that's the 15.
Roll me a deck saving, con saving throw, please.
That's not going to be good. When can I use my mystical thing? Before or after I roll the dice?
You rolled it out at any time before I tell you if it passed or failed.
So now would be a good time.
So you just rolled a 3, and then you add your con.
I must choose to do so before the roll. I have foreseen that I rolled a 17 on it.
Huh?
Yes, I'm using one of my 2 foreseen numbers. This one is the 17.
Okie dokie. Yeah, keep moving. You don't fall asleep. But he definitely tried to do something too.
Asshole. Right. Shame I didn't take the shape thing feature, but I think I wouldn't be able to do much.
Don't forget, you also have like the whole. You have
Let's fucking blast him.
The 1d6 I have as well. But anyway, yeah, you can move yourself back the rest of your movement if you want before you do anything.
Yeah, let's go over here. Right. I'm gonna hurl a firebolt at them.
Cool.
Oh, actually, they're not undead, are they? I don't think they're undead.
They are presumably of the Fae.
They don't feel undead, no?
No, okay then. I could try firebolt. Let's try firebolt.
Cool. Roll.
Or
do I just roll a saving throw? I think firebolt is a.
No, I need to roll to hit, definitely. Yeah. I'm gonna firebolt. Like, are they all moving at the same speed? Does the slug seem slower?
No, they're all moving at the same speed.
Right. Can the slug fly, or is it only the others?
They're all flying. They're all flying and moving. They're moving similar to fairies. The fairies.
Right. Shoot the slug. Big. Firebolt into the slug.
It's firebolt, Sola, not fireball.
I know, but
oh,
Sky
sorry. Yes,
so.
I was reading it as Sky, and then I saw your name, and I read that out loud. Sorry. Yes. Sorry.
Firebolt. 13 plus 5, 18.
Is a hit. Nice.
Right, suck it, stupid slug.
Do they roll a saving throw of any kind? I don't think they do on this.
No, they just take the damage.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because it's roll. Yeah, cool.
I have a feeling it's D10.
Roast the sausage.
I can double check that for you.
Wasn't a very high D10.
Yeah, it is a D10. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's Oh, can I add my inspiration to that?
No damage. Only attack rolls.
All right. was worth a try. 4.
Jesus Christ! That becomes 4d10 later.
Yep.
Holy shit. Okay, that hits.
And that's a cantrip.
4 damage, yeah. Cool. Sorry, I'm just keeping track. Yeah.
I love that reaction. Oh, holy crap! It comes 4d10 later.
Gnome, can you roll me a flat d20, please?
Yes.
No, sorry, gnome. I said gnome.
Oh, sorry.
You. Jesus, gnome.
9.
Why is? God damn it! Cameras are frozen again.
I've got 9 anyway.
Yeah, I believe you. Cool. You don't wake up. It's the fairy's turn.
Cool.
Okay. Fairies. The slug is pissed. Ba-ba-ba-bam. We will work at that in a second. Beholder, gnome, this, gnome. Actually, this invisible. I'm just gonna put the 2 invisible guys to the side so I know where they are. Okay, cool. The slug goes to peck at you and gets a. What did I throw?
Ow.
I rolled 2, so if it's
good.
Cool.
2.
No, as in I rolled 2
like
dice like an idiot. But anyway, he gets like a 6 against your AC, so that's a miss.
I like
and
that
then
number.
The beholder
That is a nice number.
got a 14 versus AC.
And miss.
Bollocks. The other two have gone invisible. And one of them was Gerald, but anyway, Gerald's turn was next. Ebrus.
Yep.
Very
I'll
annoying,
do the same thing. Hit with my axe and try and hit him with my hand too. That's a crit on the axe and a what's that? 19 with the hand.
You hear "No!" as you slice it in half and then punch one of the sides off. It is dead.
That sounds effective.
Dun, dun, dun. I'm gonna mark it as red. It's dead.
Seeing that there aren't anyone near the tree, I spent my movement, which would be the 35, to get near my teammate.
Cool. Yeah, no, nothing happened when that happened. Adran,
Yar.
you have advantage on this shot.
I do, because I'm flanked, or because...
Because it's flanked, yep.
Does that mean I can disengage from him without having an attack of opportunity?
No. Just means if you did melee, you would have an advantage.
Right, I smack him with my staff.
Oh, yeah, Vulcan. Or not Vulcan, Sky. No, Vulcan and Sky, yeah. The damage didn't matter. He was on too low of health that even if you rolled 1 on everything, you would have died. So.
Yeah, I know, it just feels bad, to finally crit and then on D6 hit a 1, but yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Adran.
I'm trying to find the damage for a quarterstaff.
I think it's 1d4.
That should be a
It's hitting him
D.
with my staff, which I have a feeling it's 2d4.
No, it should be a D8.
No.
Yeah.
D8. Oh, it is.
It's a D6, but if you use versatile, which means dual wielded, it's a D8.
Yeah, if you use 2 hands, it's a D8. So describe how you use the weapon. I use 2 hands. It's 1d8. If it's not, it's 1d6.
Yeah. A broken monk weapon. Just saying.
I'm just trying to find it in the book.
Yeah, no, I looked it up. Like it's 1d. If you choose to use 2 hands, it's 1d8. But by standard, it's 1d6. In the book, depending on the class, it's 1d8. But for 2 hands,
but it's plus strength, isn't it?
Yeah. So you use your strength to
unless you have proficiency with finesse or other types of that. But yeah.
So sorry, it's 1d6 for you to attack with. Yeah. It's bludgeoning weapon. Its rarity is standard. Its properties are versatile. Yeah, so if you're proficient, it's 1d8.
It's 16 plus what? Strength?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, plus 0. 16 versus probably AC on that one, isn't it?
It would be, and it's a hit. You rolled
Good.
2d20s, yeah? Sorry.
I only rolled 1.
I'll roll a second one just in case you crit. Because it was advantage.
I didn't roll a crit.
Cool. I can't. Your dices are just completely frozen for me. Back of my head.
They're showing up in Discord. That's a 7.
Yeah, that's fine. But you got I can see your hand now. It just it doesn't matter. Yeah, so you still hit anyway with your 16. So
wonderful. 1d8.
1d6. 1d6. You're not proficient yet.
No.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's like it says on one screen. If you use 2 hands, but then you realize when you read down, it's like you have to be proficient. So
3 plus
your strength.
0.
So yeah.
3.
This is Gerald. So is it
Gerald?
Gerald? It is Gerald. It is.
Get kicked.
Wait, yeah, 3. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, it's the gnome's turn. Flat D20, please.
Funky. Roll D20.
Please. Pretty, please.
Oh, sorry. I was just
You're
miles
just
away
asleep.
waiting for my turn. No, I was asleep. No, I was miles away waiting for my turn. No, I'm still asleep.
Yep. 6, yep. The Gerald the slug becomes smaller. And he floats a little bit. The Beholder.
He was floating before.
Yeah, but he floats like he's going to float away in a second. We'll get to that.
He's now floating squared, you know.
The Beholder starts to become smaller and transform again. But we will get to that. It's going to take some time, but he's transforming. The other two fairies, lovely. Ba, ba, ba. Dun, 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 dun. They come in, and one of them, like they both unvis themselves, and they're visibly smaller than they were a few moments before. They are now back to the size of between 6 inches and a foot, which means that you have disadvantage in all attack rolls against them due to their size, just so you know. And one of them gets a crit, a natural 20 against the dwarf's AC. The other one does an appalling attempt at trying to rub you up and misses your body completely. So, can you take for me, sir? Sorry if I rolled the right dice. 9 points of damage. No.
Yep.
Not no, dwarf.
Done.
Nice. Oh, you're in such high health. Gowie, or Gerald is next. Let's go to Gerald. Gerald goes invisible. After he becomes smaller. You do notice a few drops, though. Actually, you know what I'll do? I will... no, I'll mark it for now. You see notice a few drops of greenish blood. Here. And it is now Eberus's turn.
Yes.
You've
Which
disadvantage-
one of the two fuckers hit me?
The tree
The
one.
bird or the
bird.
wiggly thing?
The bird.
Sweet. Okay. So what I'm going to do is spend a key point. I have 2 of those, so I can freely do that. To get another unarmed strike. So that now I have 1 with the axe and 2 unarmed strikes.
Yep.
We go with the axe first.
Yep. Disadvantage.
Which is at its lowest an 18, which is 8 damage.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay. Your axe kills that one.
Yes, and then
actually, let me double check that. Yeah, your axe kills that one. That one was already hurt from before.
Yes, and then I proceed to
Maul the other one.
turn around and look at the wiggly thing and hit it with
sorry,
2 times of my hand. Which one of my hands, the lowest is a 6, and the other one is a 17.
The 17 hits.
And the 17 does 5 damage.
Fucking hell, you killed both of them. Because you already damaged that one before, and that one was the highest health one.
You don't fuck with a monk.
I love this party.
I don't. Well. Okay. Yeah.
Does
okay.
Gerald want to fuck?
Adran, you notice there's like a drops of blood in that square, but you don't see Gerald. There's no one else around, and the gnome is still asleep, and the monk is after just going fucking Super Saiyan and like slicing one and punching one in the face twice.
If you have like an AoE attack.
Now we're trying to burn the crap out of it, although I might risk setting the tree on fire.
That doesn't matter. We deal with that problem later.
I really want to set a tree on fire.
It is a future us problem if you do.
Problem is, it's an invisible target.
Therefore, you use AoE instead of single target.
All right. At what point? So, is it in the tree's leaves? Is it below? What kind of height are we talking?
It's just you can see it dropping on the floor. Like there's a little small pool. It's very small and faint, but like you definitely notice there's something over there.
I haven't got any spells of true seeing. Stupid invisible thing. All right.
I mean, you could have your ghostly hand just tickle the air, hoping for the best.
You. All
detect
people
magic
know
takes
that is
concentration.
sunflower.
Problem.
Anyway.
It's a shame I can't like add on magic sight for a bit. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna ready firebolt
Fair.
for when that bastard reappears.
Cool.
I don't think
I'm
he
just gonna
wants
come
to.
back here and I'm gonna stand back and wait behind the dwarf, staring like turn, rotator, rotate. There we go. That way, facing that way.
So towards the exit.
No, towards the little thing in the tree. There.
Oh, so you're using your head as your pointer. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
way.
needle point. Come on, like.
Sorry. Okay, sorry. But anyway. Okay.
How do you turn your token?
No.
So you grab the little handle at the top underneath the
Oh, pen
it's
mute.
normally
No.
just at the
Huh?
top. It's right underneath your little health thing. You can rotate your token.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, little
Good
like
though.
light blue handle.
No. Sorry,
Ready
but
firebolt. Yeah.
yeah, you
That's it.
praying for.
Do you want to wake
no.
from your slumber?
Yeah, you want to wake? Probably won't, to be honest. It's a pretty good spell.
Hey, I rolled an 18.
You will wake up on your next turn, because that's basically There's a very deep sleep, but we'll go through what you saw in your sleep in a minute.
So is that next week? Looking at the time.
Yes, well, possibly. I'm trying. I was thinking that myself, but we'll get there. I want to finish this scenario out and see what happens. The fairies go. This fairy disappears and turns into this, which looks like a dragonborn monk thing. It's got. I couldn't find a dragonborn one, so it's a clerical dragonborn.
Do you know what you should have done? Is got someone from Dragon Ball.
Could have, but I used the same site, so I could keep all
We
the
should have
colors
started
similar.
that war.
But and he goes. Stop all this violence. This is not what harvest is about. Yous do not come from this place, and you shall go back to once where you came. But how did you become part of this?
He's in attack range.
It's like, this is not a place to fight.
I love your first reaction there, Sarah.
I don't.
Attack range.
This fairy is trying to communicate. Like this, you're wielding the power of you have wielded the power of the gods this evening, and we do not need to bleed more needless bodies.
I've beaten you once. I can do it again.
I am not that in which you just killed. I use their body as a means of communication right now.
Who's the guy from the temple? It's him.
It's not Theodore. It's not Theodore. It's not Durscan. It's no one you've ever seen before.
What's
But
with
it's
the
just
place of
randomly
Dragonborn monks?
Dragonborn cleric.
Because I could find something that vaguely looked cat-like, and I went, good enough. But it's Dragonborn as cleric.
If you draw a square and call it a cat, we will call it a cat. But like, if you give us a Dragonborn and call it a Dragonborn, we have to call it a Dragonborn.
Yeah, exactly. Gerald is going to go. You can choose what you want to do on your turns. Le Gerald,
Poof out.
you hear. I'm going to put him over here. He wasn't on this spot. Let me just
Is he
check his
visible?
turn. He's not invisible anymore. He's visible. Oh, you technically can choose to use your action if you want. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Burn it.
I'm absolutely releasing the firebolt.
Right, go for it.
Just don't hit me, please.
Fuck that fairy.
If he gets a
Don't
1,
burn
if he
my
gets a
beard.
1, then he has to roll to see if he gets past your AC. It's at disadvantage, obviously.
Oh bollocks! 18.
And that's your high roll. What's your low
Disadvantage,
roll?
so I have to take the lower of the two.
Yeah.
A crit.
Well, a crit
Crazy.
is a crit no matter what in my books. Alright, roll the fucking damage. And then it's double it.
In before I score a 2.
Well, it was a bit full.
12.
Ooh.
Die.
Yeah, it's dead. You watch his body
Good.
singe as he like moves across. He's
Good.
and as
Does
that
he turn
happens.
into black pudding?
No, black pudding is blood. That's why it's called blood
Oh,
pudding.
and this sausage-looking guy would not be considered that.
So it's a cat priest thing we're looking at then, because
It's a
like
dragonborn. It's a dragonborn.
Khajiit has prayers if you have coin. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use my little laser pen and shine it on the tree behind him, so he runs after it.
Ebrus, it is your
Yes.
turn, and as you killed, I was like, "Stop! We do not need to kill more creatures this evening. Heed my words. This will be the end if you don't. Just sit here and listen."
I don't really listen to the cat. I walk over here and like softly kick to the gnome. Wake up, you doofus!
And you visibly notice when you kick him that he's like waking up.
Hey, it worked.
Yeah, perfect timing.
even have to roll for it.
I look back at the cat like, so can you heal wounds? I look at my like wounds and like these guys roughed me up, you know.
He chuckles, goes, "You humanoids are all the same. You just don't understand the power in which I can wield.
So you can't heal wounds.
I can do
You're
many.
useless
I can
then.
do many things. I can choose to bring life, bring death, bring sacrifice, and bring new things into this world." And he picks up, so he like touches one of the trees over here. Actually, Adran, if you plan to attack, or Gnome plans to attack, or Everest plans to attack, please stop me in any of these stages. We're gonna stay in turn order, kind of. He moves over to this tree, touches the bark, or the bark, I was gonna say stem, the trunk. That's the words. The trunk of the tree. Puts his hand on it, and the whole tree withers to like nothing. And then he pulls his hand back and goes, "See, I can do a lot more than you than these fairies. They did not need to die tonight."
If you have this much power, why didn't you stop us before the fight started?
Because I needed time.
Makes a point.
I needed time to grow.
You needed time to grow. Have
Dwarf
you
has a
seen
point.
your size?
Didn't you summon me here?
We don't know what we summoned.
Can I have my three wishes now, Genie?
We just followed simple instructions to get back home.
Oh! You want to go back to your time, is it?
Never said that. But people here wants us to.
We know. He starts to grow. By the way, I can't. Oh, let me turn him to drawing. Sorry. He starts to grow a little bit and gets a little taller. He goes, "What do you mean people don't like you here? Like what have you done?"
I didn't say they didn't like us here. I just said they want us to go home.
Yes,
A
but where
certain
is your
cleric
home?
From some certain from a temple seemed worried that we were here and deemed it best if we just returned.
Well, you have summoned the power of the god.
Which one?
All of them.
I was about to say Karametra right there. Shit.
Karametra.
Karametra, thank you very much. Yeah, I am Karametra.
Let's just call the.
I am Kama Sutra.
The-
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was meant to say.
Interesting. Well, that's what she's called from now on. You know the rules, Tiberian.
No, I didn't say it. I almost said
You
it.
did say it.
Kama Sutra, the Khajiit cleric.
By the way, the Dragonborn's wearing a thong, if anyone's interested.
Karametra is now Kama Sutra. Yes. Carry on.
Yeah.
No.
A
Yeah, so she's like, "Did you not call me here for a purpose? Why have you wished me upon this land? I have not come to this land for 1,000 years. I do not need to come to this land. These people sacrifice and worship me plenty enough. Why have you asked me to come here? Do you need this world destroyed? Do you wish it destroyed, or do you just wish to solely get back to your place, or your home, as you keep calling
I'd
it?"
like to get back to thy home.
I mean, both options sound kind of fun.
He's like, "You are no monk," and he goes, "What? Where do you call home?"
Home. I look at like one of the jugs of wine which I have on my backpack is at the bottom of this.
Home is where your rump rests.
Ebrus, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yes. I failed.
You, in a puff, end up. You are now at the bottom of. You are turned into like basically an insect, and you are drowning right now. You can try and swim up. Can you please? You're not wearing any heavy armor, and you're dwarf, so you don't get encumbered. Can you roll me a athletics or acrobatics? You can decide how you swim right now. You are currently drowning.
I'll go with athletics.
Cool.
What kind of insect is he? Does he have sticky feet?
He is inside the. Well, he's just vanished to you two.
But does he have sticky feet? Because if he has sticky feet, he can run up the inside because he's a fast runner.
Well, he's a dwarf, so he's just tiny.
When an insect, do I
No.
get more arms or
Just-
legs?
No, just fucking
rolled a
roll.
6.
What did you roll?
If you're an insect,
Okay.
you've got 6 legs. So
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
1 second.
Does that mean you have a 0-handed attack or a 6-handed attack?
You take 3 damage. And you're slowly drowning.
only 3?
You're gonna take way
Sad.
more on your next turn if you don't get out. Either you two.
I'm going to
What
shoot the
happens to all
jar.
my stuff and my backpack and stuff?
Yeah,
Like,
but you
cle-
said
clearly,
you- you clearly said your home is the bottom of this jar, and
Yes,
then a few
but-
seconds later you got teleported.
And then if I get teleported into that,
Yep.
all my equipment then falls to the ground. Therefore, the jug of wine should fall down and probably go
well,
splash.
well, we can hope that, but the gnome said he's going to try and smash the jar. So,
Well, wouldn't that happen afterwards?
well, we're
If-
going to see.
Well, it depends. If he's holding, where was the jar when you turned into the
He
insect?
picked it out of his
Well,
bag.
no, I didn't pick it up. It were like hanging from my bag.
It doesn't smash, it's just on its side. But you're drowning.
Well, I rolled 19 plus my dex, so
No, you
20
smashed the jar.
something.
Can you roll me a dex saving throw? Gnome. I don't know. I'm sorry. Monk. To see if any glass shards hit you.
I crit that one.
Bollocks. I wish I could see these rolls. They're not coming through on screen. It's very annoying.
I mean,
Okay.
just take a look in Discord.
Yeah, I
be there.
did. Yeah, if I go back to Discord, I can see them instantly. Fuck yeah. So no glass hits you, and yeah, you've just stopped. You're coughing your lungs up of wine, and
Is he still an
stuff.
insect?
He's a dwarf. If I said insect, I fucked up. He's dwarf.
But
he
am I
vanished.
still small?
Yeah, you're tiny. You're still like drowning-ish.
So no one could hear if I said anything, which means I look up at the like giant dragon thing and you're a fucking cunt.
He can hear you, but you don't know that.
I
yet.
know.
And it starts to grow a little more. He goes, "Where do you call home?"
Anyone else want to answer that?
So we were in search of some rabbits and found this box. And then I opened the box and we got transported a few hundred years prior to where we were. And so, going to the nearest temple inside this box, we found some gems, one of which we planted here and apparently summoned you. The temple told us this was Panda Ra's box. Now, I never met a panda called Ra, but apparently it's Panda Ra's box. And he said that we needed to plant the gem near the tree. And so we did. Didn't quite think it would summon you here, but hi, I'm Adran. Pleased to meet you.
And
Extends a hand.
he puts his hand out, and you can feel a force gripping yours, and he shakes your hand and he goes, "Pleased to meet you, Adran. If you didn't know if you didn't know you were going to summon me, I'm more surprised and shocked that you were able to.
Surprise, we did it.
Would you like to go back to your
You're here
time?
now, and we were told that, the world might end, and that means we wouldn't be able to get back to where we're from. We've somehow come back 200 odd years.
Yes, it will end because we are now back. I am now back on the mortal plane, and I shall do as I please. And he puts his hand back on the tree and turns it back
Was
to
that
exactly
not
what it was.
supposed to happen?
Well, he turned it into turns it into basically nothing. Like it became like withered and stuff, and now he's made it onto a normal plump tree again. And he goes, and he clicks his fingers. And can you all roll con saving throws, please?
I'm good at these.
Oh, you're very good at these.
11.
17.
17. And Gnome?
Oh no, I got a 12. Constitution +2.
Gnome?
I rolled double 20.
Oh, okay.
Show off.
So, Dwarf, you end up back to your normal size. You're lying in the grass right now, and you have there's glass around you. There's a lot of wine you're sitting on. Adran, you fall asleep, and Ebrus, not Ebrus, the gnome, you get a whopper headache that brings you to your knees, and you hear laughter. Dwarf, after you kind of brush off after a few seconds, you also get a massive headache that keeps you on your knees as you try to stand up, and you hear laughter, and the night it turns into sorry, basically you not that you fall asleep, but it becomes night. The light starts to change. You can't see 2 inches in front of you. You hear loads of ominous laughter as this happens, and you don't hear the presence, or you don't feel the presence of the cleric creature. Well, the cleric, the very large cleric that kept growing and growing and growing.
We don't feel Kama Sutra around anymore.
Yes, you don't. And we will end it there, and we will see how you wake up, if at all. Yeah. So we're gonna end it there. Interesting. I did rush a little bit at the end just because of time. We'll do the usual. We'll do the usual. It is the usual shout outs. Anything you want to promote for next week, anything you want to say, and we'll do the usual. We'll start with the right, go to the left. Sola.
Yes. Not much. Hopefully, I would get back to some streaming.
Please.
Not tomorrow due to work, but hopefully Sunday. Which means you can catch me at twitch.tv/solalopus42. Either playing Horizon Zero Dawn or Tell Me Why, which are two completely different games, but hey, I don't know.
Cool. Vulcan.
Yes.
Shoutouts. Anything you want to promote?
Yeah, so as every week, I'm streaming game development over on twitch.tv/vulcanstorm with an underscore. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing this next week. You can find me there Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 6 to 8 p.m. UK time, which I think is currently UTC +1. So adjust to your local time zone as appropriate. Yeah, where I'm making a penguin racing game. Other than that, you can find me here on a Friday being a pirate. Yar.
Yeah, and FunkeeMunkee.
Next week, Monday, we got Minion Masters. On Monday, we'll probably have a bigger stream than normal because it's a bank holiday, so nothing much to do. Actually, Saturday, Sunday, Monday during the day, I'm going to be streaming painting. It will be boring painting. I'm not going to lie. It's just painting red and black and bone over and over and over again. But I'll be on for most of the day, so come and say hi if you fancy a chat. Next week will be the usual streams, so we'll probably have some Evil Genius. We'll have some Among Us, some golf, maybe some Dwarfheim. And then towards the end of the month, we're going to have a big party. But I'll tell you more next week.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. If anyone wants to get in contact, I'm going to be probably on Discord for the next hour or so, and I might play some Dwarfheim because Drunk Dwarfheim is always good crack. And yeah, bye.
Bye.